It's very important that we have a maritime view of ourselves.
Hmm.
India is the only country which has an ocean named after it, the Indian Ocean. A lot of our history, our past is linked to the oceans. Large part of our population lives along the coastline, and yet our mind space is very landlocked. When we think of our neighbors, for example, we think of China and we think of Pakistan. Therefore, our neighborhood looks all very dangerous and bad. But in fact, if you take a maritime view of things, we have other neighbors. We have neighbors like Singapore or Indonesia or Australia or the UAE and Oman. All of these are friendly countries. We have very good relationships with them, and this is not a new thing. The country of Indonesia is named after India. Its national symbol is the Garuda, Vishnu's Garuda. Its currency is called the rupiah. There's a country called Singapore, Singhapura. It literally means the lion city, just like Jaipur, Udaipur, Singapore. So clearly there is very close cultural and emotional link to these places, and these places celebrate it. It is we who seem to not care about this. Similarly, you look at the Middle East. Till the 1960s, the Indian rupee was the currency used in most of these countries. And the stopping of that is partly because of the Indians withdrew from the Middle East. It is extraordinary that we Indians do not seem to value these relationships. These countries actually value these relationships more than we do. And we have got caught in this landlocked view, which thankfully in very recent years that we are finally exploring. So, in very recent times, we have begun, the relationship, for example, with the Middle East has dramatically improved. UAE, for example, we now have this mutual relationship about the use of the rupee and the payment system. We have a 5,000-year history of trade with the Middle East, right? We have thousands of years of trading relationship, cultural relationship in Indonesia, Cambodia, Vietnam. You mentioned these countries, and we don't seem to cherish it. So having a more maritime view of the world has enormous benefits.